Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Milky here, and today we're going to be doing the best sniper layout or class setup in Advanced Warfare for a sniper, in my opinion. And, you don't have to go by this, but this is just my opinion. So first of all, let's go to snipers. The Lynx is the worst gun I've ever seen in Call of Duty, so let's know. I don't quite have this one yet, the Atlas 20 millimeter, but I prefer the Moors. You can use any type of the Moors. I prefer to use the Silver Bullet because that's the one I have. The elite one I have anyway. Everyone wishes, I don't wish, everyone wishes they had the best ones, but hey, I'm really lucky to get at least some sort of other Moors. I also have one called the Pummeler. I'm not sure if that's an automatic one or if the Lullaby is an automatic one, but either way, I prefer the Silver Bullet. As you can see, damage up by 2, accuracy up by 1, fire rate down by 2, handling down by 1. That basically means when you see the shot, hit the shot. If you don't hit the shot, you're probably screwed. But hey, you can use any scope or anything. I'm going to put ballistic CPU because I prefer that, and I also prefer stock because it makes you harder to hit. Also means, like if you have to do a quick scope and move situation, then if you ever get good at those, that's helpful. Lightweight's always good. I prefer cold-blooded, that way they don't say, there's a sniper on the rooftop, or people see your name. Some of the characters are kind of the same in this game from a far distance, so they might like hesitate, so you have a second to shoot them. Then a lot of people like hardwired, which I would not disagree with, but I think toughness is a must, perk greed 3, and I think suppressor is a must because it keeps you invisible when you use your exo movements or exo abilities and all that. I think maybe just exo moves, but anyway, that way you can jump around and stuff. You don't have to just like go on the ground and all that, and you can do what you want. You can jump around everywhere and people wouldn't see you do it. So you could do a third attachment if you really want to. I would probably use the microphone if you're good with the, I'm not sure, I don't think you can put the iron sights on at this point, but I don't know yet. The tracker is pretty useful if you get hit markers, but that's with the Moors, you don't get a whole lot of hit markers, especially since especially if you're using Silver Bullet, it has extra 2 damage there. But I'd probably use the microphone just so you can see everybody on the map, know where everybody's at. But then again, the tracker I guess would be useful too. And you can use any scope you want. You don't have to use the ballistic CPU. I just prefer it because the sniper sways way too much in this game as it is. So, exo ability, it matters the game mode. But I mostly prefer exo overclock or exo stem. Also, I would prefer getting put greed 1 and either doing low profile or overcharged. Because with overcharged, you can, I like kind of, what's it called, slamming. I like slamming onto other people, and it causes them to, like, it's like a concussion grenade. So that makes them move slow for a minute, which I hate when that happens to me, because I'm a sniper, and when I'm up in those close situations and one of those hits me, I'm in trouble. What perk would help you in that? Is there a perk that would even help you in that? I don't know. Not that I know of. But either way, overcharged helps with that. Also makes your exo ability way longer if you're going to use an exo ability. If not, low profile is very helpful, especially if you're playing the game and you're noticing a lot of people are using UAVs. Just put that on. People won't be able to see you again, and exo ping won't work, and this tracker won't work. Excuse me. Sorry. But, yeah, I'll probably put some overcharged on there. It's what I prefer, but this is all opinion based. Whatever you use the best. Same thing with this. If you do better with, say, a thermal and a tracker, I wouldn't hate it, you know? The only thing I don't like about a thermal is that everybody's red, not just the enemies, but some of your team is red. It's all about if you're using the cold-blooded perk or not. That's what I don't like about it. I heard the variable zoom scope's pretty good, but I haven't got that good with it yet. So some people like ACOG, just quick little, you know. Some people like this. It's all about opinions. What sight do you like the best, you know? So exo ability, if I prefer overclock, to be honest. If not, then I prefer stem, because stem, it might not last long at all, but especially if you have this overcharged here, then let's say you're playing domination and you're capturing, I cannot talk today, I am sorry. If you're capturing a flag, then, you know, it'd be helpful to have that little bit of health, or maybe same thing with the exo shield. The only thing I have with that is it only covers the top half of you. It doesn't cover all of you. Or if you're maybe a sniper and you want to glide in the air or hover in the air for a minute, then exo hover might be for you. Cloak I don't find useful at all, because people still use it. You know, still when they use it, you can still see them, unless they're so far away and you're so hard to see anyway. I don't see much use in it. Exo mute, I don't see any point in that. Trophy system, I think it's pretty easy to avoid grenades anyway. I haven't tried XOPing, even in private match, but so that's your opinion. I don't know how that is at all. I prefer this because it just makes you go faster, and you don't see a whole lot of people using it to get to the flags faster, so you can get there before anybody else and get a few extra seconds of capture there before anybody gets there. So if you can take out like the first couple kills as soon as you get there, then it's really useful, really helpful. So exo interview, exo stem, exo overclock, maybe exo hover. Other than that, I don't really find a whole lot of them useful. Grenades. The variable grenade is probably the best grenade out there, just because you can use different types of grenades. Just make sure it's on the right grenade setting you want to use, because you don't want to say, oh, I'm going to throw the concussion at you, and then it's a smoke. That won't work. Simtex, not bad. Opinions. I don't find the tracking drones to be useful, but that's because I'm not one of those players that just runs around the map and follows these things and kills people. I'm more of a, you know, sneak around the corner, I see this guy, I shoot him, and I go to a different area so they don't come back after me. And yeah, I've got a few random grenade kills with a frag grenade, so that's pretty useful. I prefer the threat grenade, to be honest, because I like knowing where my enemies are and when they're going to come around the corner, so I can get my scope up and shoot. Maybe hard scope a little bit. I mean, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, hard scoper, you know. Like, I get upset when I get hard scoped, but I mean, it's the way you play the game. Snipers have the advantage on some levels, and some levels that machine guns do, or the machine guns, I mean like assault rifles, submachine guns. I guess I should use the weapon class a little better, but it's all about range and all that. EMP grenades, I find them very useful when I'm playing one shot and somebody will get like a remote turret. I can just shoot it at the remote turret and it pretty much gets rid of that. So that's pretty useful there. Also, it gets rid of somebody's exo abilities for like a second, but it doesn't really help a whole lot. Smoke grenades, I still don't see the point in them unless you're using the sight, the thermal over here. That's the only time I see that useful. The explosive drone, I guess wouldn't be that bad. I guess it would be pretty cool, you know, like just shoot them random places where, like right around corners where people wouldn't expect them. And I'm not sure how, I don't know who uses flak jacket. I'm sure some people do, especially in like search and destroy, but they would definitely be useful. Spike drone, I've always loved the tomahawks and the games and all that, so I love the spike drone idea. I used to just get a like a heavy weapon, like a shield, not a heavy weapon, a shield, and I'd just go around and use those, and I would be pretty good. But of course, that was in Black Ops 2 and all that. But hey, it's all good, right? So honestly, in my opinion, I prefer either the variable, threat, or frag. But let's say I don't use or want any grenades. I might want a secondary because everyone's using machine guns, right? So I don't want to be the one guy that's sitting there with a sniper when a shotgun gets really close. Am I gonna have a chance? The RW1, if you're accurate, I am not very good with this gun yet. I've tried. Keep getting hit markers. It upsets me a little bit. I have not gotten the PDW. I probably, if I had to prefer one, it would probably be the Atlas or the MP43 Granch. I don't know how to pronounce it. But the RW1, if you're on point, if you're like such a good sniper, then I would use this. Maybe put a advanced rifling on to get a little more distance on it. The Atlas 45, then again, just a starting weapon, but hey, it's not bad. But 2-round burst, I don't know if that's enough to kill somebody, but if you're really good with the burst type weapons, and you know how to pull the trigger really fast, trigger finger, then really good. I wouldn't prefer using any of these here, because that's not a close range weapon. I mean, I guess I've seen people use the Mayhem against me, and that was annoying, so, you know, for me, I prefer to have just, like, the random UAV, put support on it, because I hate when you're almost to that score streak, you're 1 kill away, and then, bam, someone kills you. You're like, what? But, you know, 1 kill away. Then you rage quit or something, right? So I prefer putting support on it just so it's like, hey, I still going on the kill streak. You know, just gotta get that kill. You get the kill and UAV. I prefer either extra time, the scrambler, because it messes up the enemy minimap. It's kind of like 2-in-1 if anyone remembers the counter UAV from past games. Been in a few of them. That's good. This makes it basically a orbital in a way, orbital VSAT. So if you like to know which way they're looking, I don't think that's that helpful, but you know, if I were to do anything, it would be extra assist points, extra time, scrambler, definitely support. No one really shoots them down that much. I don't really see threat detection to be all that useful if you're looking at the minimap anyway. But I see support, extra assist points, extra time, and scrambler all to be very useful. I'm not going to go through all these, but what I'm saying is I would prefer getting something that has support. If this, probably better odds. Matters which game mode you're playing. For trap, double tap's really useful. I don't see this to be all that useful because you can see it fall from the sky anyway, but I guess it could be useful if people aren't paying attention. I don't see this to be useful that much unless you're in a really big situation where people are coming. I don't see this to be useful at all because people could just find you anyway. They're just like, hey, this guy right here, he's using a phone just rang. I'll get it in a minute. This guy over here, this drone's going with this care package after this guy. Well, they just follow the drone right to you, kill you, take the care package. Ha, I win. But for me, I'm full-on sniper, so I'd probably use 2 frag grenades. This has been the creator class setup for sniper. Milky out.